Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing look number 2 using the Hela palette from Oden's Eye. This is my week of series where I do an entire week of uploads using only one palette. Remember to check my description box for the first look as well as my Oden's Eye playlist as well as my week of playlist, and I hope you enjoy this video. I'm going into this entire week with a very clear plan as far as all the looks I want to do, which doesn't always happen. And if you hear any noises, I'm testing out a microphone, so what you hear in the background might be my washing machine and or my fan. And let me know if you like the microphone, if the sound quality is good, or if you find it distracting. I'm going to start this look. I want to do a halo eye, like a purple and pink halo eye. So I'm starting, this is a Blend Bunny B1 brush, and I'm going to grab the shade Soot. For my halo eye, I've been doing a new technique where I lay down the deepest color, then I blend it out with the mid-tone color, and I wrap it around the lower lash line, and then from there, I just do a light shimmer. And if you watched my more recent While I Was Out, which is a series on my channel, I have lots of series, where I show you some looks that I wasn't able to film, but I still want to share. My most recent video from that series talks about different halo eye looks, and how I've been doing the same technique, but I have recently learned that I don't particularly care for multicolored halo eyes on myself. In one of the looks in that video, I had done like a blue, purple, pinky sort of thing. It was a couple of different colors, and I just didn't love it. And then the center shimmer was too much of a different color, you know? After I did that look, I experimented with more neutral halo eyes, where I did black in the inner and outer corners, and then I did a more neutral colored shimmer, and I really liked that more. So I'm hoping that today's halo eye will be the level of color that I like, but not too much. This Blend Bunny B2 is going to tap into Hela, the lighter of the two pinks. That's a lot. Try to kick off some of that. And I'm going to use Hela to blend out this purple a little bit. I'll also bring it onto the lid space and fill in that gap a little bit more, not fully, but just a little bit more. I'm excited about this week of. I know I said that in the beginning. I haven't used the Hela palette in some time, and I've always enjoyed it, so I'm excited to be dedicating a whole week to it. And this is also kind of on the heels of the Halloween release from Oden's Eye, where Angelica collaborated with the brand to make 2 Halloween-themed palettes. I opted not to get those, but I am still excited to play with the palette that I do have from Angelica. This is a very good one. I love the formula of Oden's Eye. The color story of this palette with mainly pink and green, but little bits of purple and a bit of grunge and a bit of depth, you know. I have learned so much from Angelica, and she really has taught me a lot. Just watching her channel and hearing little comments here and there, little bits of advice or tips. She knows a lot about eyeshadow, and so her collab palettes are very well balanced. And because she and I share the same aesthetic, I know that whatever she makes I'm going to enjoy, because it's going to have the depth and the contrast, the lightness, the depth, the shimmers, the matte ratio that I personally like, as well as color stories, honestly. I opted not to get the Halloween collection because I don't care for spooky stuff, but it's cute nonetheless. I've got a much smaller blending brush, and I'm going back into Soot, and I'm going to use this to I'm sorry, I'm tired. I got like 3 hours of sleep last night, to line my lower lash line. Even this halo eye technique, honestly, has been taught to me, I would say, by Angelica. I struggled for a while trying to find a halo eye technique that I liked. Something that gave me consistent results in a style that I liked a lot. And one day I saw her doing this style with the I Need a Nude palette from Natasha Denona. And I thought, you know, that gives me the smokiness that I like, but not too much. It's not too heavy. The brightness in the center does lighten things up a bit, makes it more interesting. I just thought it might be a technique which would work for me. So I've been doing it ever since, and I like it. I do like it. My pinks and purples have gotten a little bit mashed together. I might have over blended. I mean, I can live with that. It's not the end of the world. Now I think I will take a flat brush and grab the Hellfire shade, which is that beautiful peachy shimmer. This one. And I'm going to lay this right in the middle. I'm just going to lay it down all over that middle space. Then I think I'll go into it sprayed and put that just in the center, like I'm creating a shiny or sparkly foundation for myself down the center column, but later I will embellish that by adding a little bit of extra shine right in the middle, just to narrow that space a bit more. I feel that this is kind of messy, and I'm not sure why. Honestly, it could just be that I'm tired and I'm not paying as much attention as I ought to. So I'm going back into Hela, bringing a smidge of pink back into this area. Oof, but these shades are so pigmented. Back into Soot. I'm a mess today. It's official, I'm a mess. Here is Hellfire, and I've sprayed it on my brush. I'm going to tap that just on the center now, like I said. Livens up that area a lot, brings in much more brightness. I think that's about it, honestly. I was thinking perhaps I would bring one of the darker shimmers on my lower lash line, but I think I'm going to leave it like this. Maybe I will do an inner corner highlight. I like an inner corner highlight, and this palette has an excellent option. It's the Rebirth shade. It is a very, very nice light pastel yellow. So I'm just going to pop that right here, just because I like the way that it brightens and opens up the center of the face. I'm tapping it in place. I don't want to spread it out too much. Then I'll clean off my brush and just diffuse it a bit. An ivory might have been a better option, but I'm staying within this palette, so Rebirth is an excellent inner corner highlight. So I'm going to go off camera and do the other side. I'll be right back. Okay guys, so this is the look. Now that it's all done, let me tell you what I did to finish it off. In my waterline, I used a dark purple. This is the shade Champs from the ColourPop Creme Gel Liner series, and then I have their glowing lip in the shade Tickled Pink. Aside from that, I didn't do anything on the eyes besides mascara. And then on my face, I used the Frosé highlighter from BH Cosmetics, but I put on far too much. I used the darkest pink, this one right here, and I don't know if I just dove into the pan or what. Did I mention I'm running on 3 hours of sleep? Anyway, something happened and I put way too much highlighter over here. So then I was trying to madly touch it up with concealer or powder to just try to play it down a little bit, but that's what's happening with the rest of my face. And that is everything. So I would love to know what your thoughts are. I think the eyeshadow look is really pretty. I feel that it was a bit of a mess to get here. I might have gone into it with a thought, but not necessarily a plan, and my brain is tired, so executing that plan was a bit roundabout, but I finally got there in the end, and I do think it's really lovely. Maybe on a clearer minded day I'd be able to execute this much more smoothly, and as usual, this eye feels more experimental, whereas this eye, the one that I do off camera, feels a bit more secure because I know what I did to get, you know, the final result. I would love to hear your thoughts. Thank you so much for being with me here today. Do remember to check the description box for the Week of playlist, my Oden's Eye playlist, and look number 1 from the Week of Hela. I hope you'll consider liking and subscribing before you go if you want to see lots more content like this, and I will see you very soon in look number 3.